Okay, welcome back. In today's video, I will be talking about the Bang & Olufsen Beosound Explorer. It is a portable Bluetooth speaker. It's all aluminum. The top is kind of this soft, rugged rubber. It comes with this clip, or what is this? This strap, this clip, and a USB-C cable, USB-A to USB-C. If you get the gray one, comes with a gray cable and clip. If you get different colors, comes with that color cable, clip, and strap. And the whole speaker is also that color. So let's get that in view. I'm going to go over the different functions and then talk about the sound a little bit. So this thing sells for brand new $242, and it is 60 watts. It is a stereo speaker. It says it has true 360 sound and bass that far outweighs its size. Now, I would say that's true. It's not so much 360 sound because the speakers on the left side and the right side, and then here on the left and right, you get fuller sound, and where the speaker drivers are not, you still get sound, but it's not as powerful. So it's definitely not 360 sound. The bass is pretty impressive. It's not crazy because it's a tiny speaker. But for the size, if you put it on a little desk or you have it in the middle of a table and you have people sitting around and you also adjust the EQ, it sounds amazing. Let's see what else it says on this. Up to 27 hours of battery life. Well, playtime. I've never really tested it, but I think that could be true. I would lean more towards 20 hours. I don't have to charge these very often. Maybe once a month or so. And this one gets used in the kitchen sometimes. This one gets used in the bathroom sometimes. Or the bedroom. So, charging them once a month. Maybe using them 2 to 3 times a week for an hour. 30 minutes to an hour. And then they sit here idle. Sometimes they sit turned on and then it auto turns off. So that is some battery drain. It says Bluetooth and the codec is AAC. So it is, I think it's AAC, or is it SBA? Let me see. I want to make sure I get that right. Bang & Olufsen Beosound. Codec. It uses SBC. So, pretty standard stuff. Does not do high-res Bluetooth, even though Bluetooth is never high-res. This does not go over, I think it's 320 kilobits. SBC codec kilobits, and that is 320. Yeah. And for mono, well, what does it say? Supported SBC supports mono and stereo streams and certain sample frequencies up to 48 kilohertz. Maximum bit rate required to be supported by decoders is 320 kilobits for mono and 512 kilobits for stereo. And it has a 16-bit depth resolution, also known as bit rate. So it says AAC is higher than SBC, but is lower in other audio aspects. SBC performs worse than AAC. Okay, so it is an interesting choice for B&O to do SBC, but there is a trick to get it to sound good, really good with SBC, and then there's another trick to get it to do high res over Bluetooth, but not true high res. I'm just talking about LDAC or aptX. But so back to the speaker. Inside over here, you can see there is like a fabric inner layer, which looks really nice. It looks really nice on the green one. Looks silky. When the light hits these, they look great because you get that matte, semi-matte finish. And then you see the silkiness on the inside. Now let's go over the controls. We have power, play, pause, Bluetooth, connect, and volume. I could do a sound demo using this Android. No copyright music. I'll do this song. And I will also show you my EQ setting on here. Oh, that's an ad. I'll play some more in a second, but I want to show you the EQ I have set. Now on Android, when you connect to any B&O product, you have to have location turned on for the B&O app to work, which I found kind of interesting. So I call this one more clarity. It cleans up the sound, cleans up the bass, and it adds a little bit more separation between all of the vocals and instruments. And that is the one I always use. That's my default. Okay. So now let me check the codec. Let's see if I can get that to pop up on here. I believe it's going to be in developer options on Android. Yep, it says SBC. So it is using SBC. Now let's go over pairing two together. So this one is the primary. It's turned on right now. Now I'm going to turn this one on, the secondary. You heard that beep. Now I'm going to hold the Bluetooth button on both for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Sounds a lot more full. These sound great when they're paired together. Now I'm going to show you the B&O app and what happens when you pair two together. So right there, stereo pair. Oh, so there is an option for left and right. So one speaker could be left, one speaker can be right, or you can do sync, and both are left and right at the bottom. So I'm just going to play the song one more time to see if I can tell a difference. So I think it sounds better when sync is turned on, but at times it can sound a little messy because they're both left and right and left and right. So if you're using sync, maybe place them far away, and if you're doing left and right, you can put them closer together. Also, it looks like the EQ stays applied. While they are synced together. And also in stereo mode. I'm going to turn this one off. Now onto the trick to get this to have more codec options. And when you do this, the clarity does increase. You can notice a a slight increase in the quality of sound and the separation. So this is the Shanling M0 Pro DAC/DAP. It's an MP3 player with 2 chips in it. Now it has a headphone jack and a USB-C port, and this USB-C port can be used for many things. So what I'm going to do is put it into Bluetooth mode. I'm going to take this wire, plug it in right here, and then plug it into the back of the B&O. Now I have to change the settings here, and it is now connected via Bluetooth. And I'm going to disconnect the B&O. So now it is solely connected to this, and it is on LDAC right now. You can see it starts out much lower. The volume is maxed out on here, but this has a volume wheel. I can immediately tell the sound is more directional. So when it was on SBC before, it was kind of like there's a ball of sound. And now it sounds like it's more so just shooting out like this. It's kind of an interesting thing to notice. During that part, that breakdown, I'm hearing way more of the instrument, like the extension of whatever that is. It kind of sounds like some type of keyboard or an organ. So it's weird. It's not that that's better. Maybe, yeah, the separation is better. But it kind of just adds an option, like a flavor to this, because that sounds good like this. It also sounds good without it because there's more of that ball of sound. So I guess it's just situational or preference. So this is a very good speaker. If you do want it, I would suggest just getting a used one, because most likely it's going to look brand new because the thing is like solid metal. So how much damage could someone have really done to it before returning it? besides maybe a scratch on it. But the scratches rub right out with a paper towel and some water, or some alcohol and some wipes, alcohol wipes, whatever you use. So that's it. It's my review of the B&O Beosound Explorer.